Hey everybody, it's Kelly Baker with Arkansas Outdoor Adventure Training again. Had a big response on the Paracord bracelet video that we did before, so I'm going to show you another type of Paracord bracelet today. By the way, we want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, tell your friends, if you like what you see. If you got any comments or anything, be sure to leave them. We try to get back to as many people as we can, shoot you an email every once in a while, say thanks, and if you got any suggestions on things you might like to see, let us know that too, So thanks a lot for all the comments and all the support you guys have been giving us. As you'll see, what I've got laid out here today, I've got one bracelet that I've got made already over here. This is a double Cobra, and for those of you who saw my other video, it was a regular single Cobra. And a lot of the people that are wearing the double Cobra, they've been making bracelets for a little while, and they get tired of the same old thing, so they end up making the double Cobra. And most of them that you'll see on the internet, it'll just be one more weave over the bracelets that we've already made. So there's just a standard Cobra weave underneath this, and then you weave right back over it with the same weave, and that makes a double Cobra. But the one that we're going to make today is a little bit different. It's a variation on the double Cobra. For this one, you're going to need a little bit bigger buckle. This one I've got is an ITW Nexus, makes these. This one's got a whistle on it. I started using these. This is actually for a backpack, but I started using these with the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts that I work with, because those guys, a lot of them are required to carry a whistle. So this makes sure that they can make their own bracelet and they can carry a whistle at the same time. It's also brightly colored, so it's hard to lose. I've got my scissors, cigarette lighter. And on this one, I've got something a little bit different. And this could be a little screwdriver or anything like that, but I've just got a little pair of, I think these are cuticle scissors, but something that I use sometimes when I'm working with paracord, just a small pair of scissors, but this one's got kind of a curved end. I've got 3 different colors of paracord. I've got orange, coyote, and OD green. And I've got a 10-foot section of each of these. This paracord bracelet in particular holds a ton of cord, and one of the reasons that I came up with this method of making one is because I had some guys coming to me, climbers and different survival guys, asking me how much cord I could get into a bracelet. So I just experimented like I normally do with paracord and stuff, and I figured out that I could get a lot of cord. Now I'll probably have some cord left over that I'll cut off, but we'll see. How I want to start this one is I'll take my 10-foot section and I'll fold it in half, and I'll just get my 2 cut ends together. I usually start on the bottom of my buckle when I'm doing it this way. I'm going to start by making a half hitch. So I'll put those 2 through the buckle, just like that. And I'll pull them all the way up. And you can see I'm left with a little loop there on the end. I'll just stuff those through the loop. I'm sure y'all have seen this before, but stuff my 2 tails through the loop, just like that. And then just pull it up tight. And that gives me a half hitch knot, just like that. And I'm going to do that with 3 different colors of cord. Whatever color I want in the center, which for this one I'm going to use the OD green. I'll do exactly the same thing with it as I did the orange. And this particular bracelet, it's really easy to tie, but it takes a few more minutes to set it up. So you guys will have to bear with me because I'm working by myself today. Okay. So there's our first one. Second one, take whatever color we want our center color to be. Take the 2 ends again, push them through. And if you wanted to make this with a simpler 2-strand center, you could, and that would omit a lot of this stuff that we're doing with we're going to have 2 here, 2 here in the center, and then I've got to add 2 more. And you'll see this is the tough part, because I don't have a ton of room to work with in there. So I've got my 2 started. But if you want a bracelet that's really got a ton of cord, this is the one that you're going to want. Okay, now's when my little scissors are going to come in handy. I'll take one of these. I'm going to have to kind of make me a little spot in here to where I can get that through. And if you have some kind of knitting needle or crochet needle, some of you guys got some kind of cool tricks out there that I probably don't have, by all means use it. Sometimes I'll use a pick or something like that to kind of get it through there. You may even have to cut your burned ends off. Like I say, the startup on this thing, kind of tough. Alright, got it through there. But the end result is very easy. It's actually easier than tying the, well, it's faster than tying the standard Cobra weave. And it looks really cool. Okay, once again, I'm going to cut that end off so don't have to worry about that. Say, I'm sorry guys, I'm working by myself, so camera work's probably not too good. But I want you guys to be able to see it start to finish, so be careful with this gas stuff. Careful with this stuff, guys. Don't burn your fingers. Okay, I finally got my last tail through there. Sorry about the long wait. If you put those through there at the same time, just make sure that you even your ends back up when you pull it through. Once again, I'm going to end up with a little loop on the end, and I'm going to pull those tails through just like that. Pull it up until it's nice and tight, just like so. So now you'll see I've got 1/2 hitch orange, 1/2 hitch OD green, 1/2 hitch coyote. And I like the orange and coyote. I think they're pretty cool colors. Plus, it's, you know, the orange gives you a little bit more visibility than some of the other colors. All right. Now, same thing on the other end. Almost exactly the same way we did the other bracelet. I'm going to bring all of my colors around. I'm going to put them through there, bring it around to make my general round bracelet-y shape. Just like that. And I'll take my 2 that go in the center. Go through there again. Take my orange. This is where your crochet needle or your little hook or whatever you may happen to have comes in handy. Kind of push those on through or pull them through. Alright, so I'm going to make my general round bracelet-y shape, with that. So, and I'll just grab all of my tails and pull them out on one side. As you can see already, I've got a ton of cord. These make good watch bands too, but I've got a 2, 4, 6 strand core in this bracelet. So for the guys that want a ton of cord in their bracelet, this is it. It's got a 6-strand core already. Like I said, we started with 10 feet of each one. On this one, you want to go ahead and size it first. And you want to leave it a little bit loose because this is going to be a double braid. So you want to leave it a little bit looser than you normally would. So I'll get it nice and tight, and then I'll loosen it up just a little bit. So you can see it's kind of, you know, as long as you can fit a finger in between the bracelet and your wrist, you're usually pretty good. Same way we did before. This is what we're left with. These are our centers, the two ends of the buckle, the bracelet. There we go. You get a widescreen shot there. So you got 6 strands in the center. Now, this is the fun part. The same thing we do with a regular Cobra weave, except we're going to use these 2 strands to tie our Cobra braid. Now your center will hang down in the back. This other piece of OD, it'll hang down in the back. So actually you've got an 8-strand center, if you want to say that, because it'll hang down in the back. I'm going to start with my coyote, and the very same way that I did it before on the other video. You go between your front and your back, so we have it here, and I'm just going to hold it like that. And you bring this one straight across, exactly the same as the Cobra weave, exactly the same way that we did the other video, exactly the same tie, except this time, instead of tying with 1 knot on each side, you're tying with 2. So you've got 2 strands on each side and 2 crossed. And when we start to get down the line a little bit with this, you're going to see how cool it looks. Much cooler than the other bracelet that all your friends have. And that's what you want, something that nobody else has. It's cooler, and it's got a ton more cord, so it's more functional. Okay, and there's our second knot. For any of you guys that are ever interested in maybe doing a survival class or anything like that, we do offer classes. This year we'll be offering classes with NEA Extreme Sports here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And you know, we're going to be offering day courses for kids, day courses for adults, families, survival retreats like we had before, but this year we're going to be doing it in conjunction with the NEA Extreme Sports guys, and they're mainly an airsoft group, but they're getting into the survival thing. They're teaching some tactical classes of their own out there. So if you've ever got any questions about anything like that, just shoot me an email. My email address is A as in apple, O as in Oscar, A as in apple, T as in Tom, 124 at gmail.com. So it's AOAT124 at gmail.com. Or you can just message me through YouTube, because I try to check it every day. I mean, some days I'm out in the woods doing stuff and I don't get to check it every day, but I try. Okay, we're getting down to the end of it now. You can kind of see how it's taking shape. Like I say, it doesn't have to be difficult. Same weave that we did before. Same exact thing that we did before. My scissors here. First thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and finish off the back side. Same way that I normally do. I'll just heat that up, burn it, flatten it. There's that one on the back. Same thing on these corners. Well, that's tough cord. That's one thing about Paracord. I like to buy the good stuff. I like to get the good US made, actual 550-pound test stuff. I don't like the stuff with yarn and all that in it. If you got any friends that like to make paracord bracelets, stuff like that, you know, tell them to come by and see us on our YouTube channel. Check us out. Look at some of the other videos too. You know, we got some good stuff up. We'll be putting some more up. Shelters, fire starters, things like that. Stuff that's good to know. Remember, I usually just heat it up and then press it with my lighter a little bit, and that makes it flat. Okay, now you can be the judge. You know how to make one of these because it's simple. It's just an overlap of the two bracelets. And here's this one. And I mean, it depends on which color you want. Maybe the orange is not your thing, but I like it. Plus this one's got a whistle on it. But that's what the two look like. I like the chunkier, kind of funky style on this one. And plus, like I say, nobody's got them. So you guys give us a call or send us an email, and we appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot.